We're joined now by one Conservative MP who thinks the anger from some quarters at Mr Trump's election has been overdone. He's already written to invite the President-elect to visit his Lancashire constituency. It's Nigel Evans. Welcome to the show. Did you tell him where Lancashire is?
I'm sure he knows. It's just south of where his mother was born. So I think he's worked out where Scotland is.
It's a long way south of where his mother. His mother was born way up in the Isles. That's a long way.
On the way to visiting the birthplace, he can stop off at the Ribble Valley, Junction 31, M6.
Theresa May said Donald Trump was, quote, divisive, unhelpful and wrong. Boris Johnson, the Foreign Secretary, quote, clearly out of his mind, also accused him of, quote, stupefying ignorance, and that he was unfit to be president. How do the Prime Minister and her Foreign Secretary rein back from that?
Well, she's already phoned Donald Trump. They've had a conversation. Donald Trump's invited her to come to visit him. And I tell you what...
We don't know when, though.
Yeah, I know. And my encouragement is we've already learnt today that the Prime Minister of Japan is going to be the first world leader, after Nigel Farage, to meet Donald Trump. And my encouragement is, for goodness sake, get on the next plane and get out there and use the leverage we've got. That we know the fact is that he's got businesses here. He loves the United Kingdom. He was for Brexit. And he said Britain should be in the front of a trade deal, not at the back of one, which Obama said. Now, you know, we wouldn't know where we were if Hillary Clinton had got elected. We know where we are as far as trade deals now that Donald Trump's there.
But wasn't Angela Merkel's reaction the most honest in a way? And the most straightforward? She said effectively, you know, the American people have spoken. It's their decision to elect him as president. Germany and America are bound by common values, she said, and she then named them. It's easy to guess what they are. And it's on these values. If he sticks to these values, I offer close cooperation. Isn't that's is a response with integrity, is it not?
Yeah, absolutely, and I've got no issues with that. And we have to remember that Angela Merkel may not be there next year, and Hollande probably will not be there next year. Right. We've got this opportunity, unique opportunity, of having a good relationship with somebody who actually feels really good about our country. And so we can sit back, and I'm really pleased that Boris didn't go to the Windjorama, as he commented the other day, when all the Europeans met together, had a special dinner so that they could all moan the fact that the people had spoken. Over 60 million people in America had voted for Donald Trump, and the fact is that he resonated and saw that the people who have been left behind in America is exactly the same people who voted Brexit in the United Kingdom. And Theresa May has seen that, and she says she wants a government here for all the people of Britain. He wants exactly the same for the USA, the people who feel left behind. There's a lot of common interest there.
Doesn't quite explain why his tax cuts will skew 83% towards the top 20% in income, but that's another matter. Let me ask you this, Karen. How do you think, given what's been said, lots of things are said, but we now have to work with what we've got as a country, how would you advise the British government to handle the president going forward?
Look, here's a man who has zero foreign policy experience, and he needs friends and he needs guidance. And I think Theresa May actually was much more cautious than most other leaders in commenting about him during the election even. And so I think, you know, her powder is dry, and I think she can play an important role. He recognizes that the UK is a very important country, that partnership really does matter. And so I suspect the Brits have it's a really good opportunity to play a firm guidance role here.
One of the things that I was told at the weekend, meeting with his people in New York after the election, they said to me, you have to realise Mr Trump wasn't just in favour of Brexit. He is going to help you in Brexit. He will put pressure on the Europeans to do a good deal. Now, how he does that, I have no idea, but it would seem very different from the traditional State Department, Obama view of Britain and the EU. Does that encourage you or worry you?
Bit of both, I expect. What we do know is that Obama has said that TTIP is dead, that trade deal between the European Union and the United States of America. It's now up to Donald Trump to do with that what he wishes. We know that it appears that he doesn't like multilateral deals. He likes bilateral deals.
Well, they're off now anyway.
We're the only game in town.
Yeah, they're gone.
Within Europe, we're the only game in town. And I think that we've got to use that leverage. He's got a trade advisor, Dan Macchio, who was for pro-Brexit as well. He's part of the transition team. We just got to get stuck in. Liam Fox should be on that 747. He's got a lot of ins to the United States of America with his Atlantic Bridge. And he needs to use every lever that we've got so that when finally we do leave the European Union, that trade deal can be done with the USA. We've already got an amazing trade with the United States of America. We've actually got a trade surplus with them. And talking to economists with the International Trade Committee on Monday, they said America is going to be vitally important to the success of Britain in the future. We've got to get out there and push all those levers.
Well, we shall see if we do. I'll leave you to tell Liam Fox where to go.
Where's that?
Won't be the first time.
America.
He'd love to.
Nigel Evans, thank you.